vault doors. Bam. Another one. But what if it was infinitely high? I mean, that's not infinite, but it could be. Up to the height limit, minus the pistons, but, you know, close enough. So here we have our infinite vault door, and the redstone looks a little like this. It's pretty compact considering what it is, at least in my opinion. I could have made it smaller in this direction, but that just makes it take longer to go to the left side than the right side. So I think it's worth just, you know, having an extra block on your infinitely high door to have this redstone running underneath, because that makes the left side go off at the same time as the right side. So we get this lovely pattern here. Now, the difficulty with this is that the double extenders are kind of hard to access. I could have used slime, but I feel like that would have made it bigger. Maybe not, it probably would have been the same, but slime comes with all its own problems, so not going to do that. Would probably have to have like furnaces and things here, which I don't like. Look, it's all clean and seamless. So how do you build this? So this door is kind of done in sets of 2 blocks, so that's how I'm going to do the resources. So like these 2 blocks are kind of activated by the same redstone torch. So the resources you need for both sides per 2 levels are 12 sticky pistons, 4 observers, a redstone torch, note block, orange wool, 12 of that, and obviously it can be any block, it doesn't have to be wool, and 2 redstone dust. So I have just realised the note blocks were activating observers before, but they're now activated by torches because I found I could make it faster, so we don't actually need note blocks. We can just replace those with wool. And then at the top we just need a couple of target blocks, except not really, because that's just so the redstone goes there. You could also do that and it would work just fine. I just use the redstone for the target blocks for convenience to power both of them. And then at the bottom we just have this redstone going across, and we've got target blocks. Now you could just as easily do some blocks here with repeaters on, doesn't really matter as long as you get power to them. The main thing is just the things I said at the start, which are for both sides, and every 2 levels you go, you're going to need this, so you're going to have to build this, the amount of height you want, divided by 2, and then minus top and bottom. So to build it, you're going to need this 12 by 4 area, and your floor is 3 blocks off the floor in the middle. And now we'll do the pistons. So for the front bit, we just have 4 sticky pistons aiming upwards. And then now we're going to do the sides. So firstly, our walls are going to be like that. So that means we're going to put sticky pistons aiming inwards like this. Up as high as we want it. So I think I'll do 12 like that. So then your wall is here. And actually you don't need these ones at the bottom, sorry. Because this piston will push the block in there, so you don't need one there. And then same at the top. You can actually skip one because you can just do 4 pistons at the top. Or you can do 1 piston here, which is what I did on this design. So I'll do it like that. Then at the top, if you've got your piston here, then you only need 2 pistons at the top. You could also have 4 at the top if you prefer that look, and delete that piston there. But I'll do it there for now. So then we copy this on the other side, like that. And okay, now for the double extender bit. So I use a different block just to show me that these are the blocks that go in the middle. So I'm using orange wool and miss that one at the top. So it's all of the blocks except for the top and bottom, like that. Because if we go to our door, when we close it, as you can see, the bottom is these blocks, so we don't need orange blocks there. Same for the top. And then these are pushed out by double extenders, which are just 2 pistons. So if we do 2 blocks back, we do 2 pistons aiming into these orange blocks like this, until we reach the top of them. Same on the other side. Okay, so most of the redstone uses towers of redstone torches, as you can see here. So firstly, to power the double extenders, I'll actually put in the wall here next to them. So this is at the back. And that's because we just power a block in this wall to power the pistons to push these blocks out. So we do that with redstone dust. And we also use that to power these pistons to pull the block in from here to there as well. So they're kind of used for both of those. So we'll just put them in like this. So next to the pistons all the way up to the top with redstone dust on top of them. Then to power these back pistons, we have a torch tower behind them. So starting at the bottom piston, every other piston we place a block. So like that. And then diagonally behind these pistons, so you can see, we place blocks, every other block like this. So we get this diagonal pattern. Okay, so now on all of these, we're going to have redstone torches. So starting at the bottom one on the side, we got a torch aiming into this block, then one on the other side aiming into this block, and we do the same thing the whole way up. So just torches on the side of the last block aiming into the next one. And okay, now if we go around to the front, to power these side pistons, we put torches on the side of these blocks like this. And this won't affect the blocks at the side, because they're just doing the same thing, so it's all good. So there we go. Alright, so now if we're looking at this torch tower from the side, next to the torches that are off, we're going to do observers aiming towards us. Up to the top. Then out of these observers, we do ones aiming sideways into this redstone, so like that. And what these do is they set off the pistons the second time to pull the blocks in from there to where that piston is. Don't worry, they'll fix themselves later. So lastly, to power the redstone to power this block, so the blocks get pushed out to here by the piston that would be here, we use another torch tower. So for this one, next to each bit of redstone, there's a block like that. And then we do the blocks diagonally downwards from those, so just below the observer, like so. All the way down to the bottom, which is just below this observer, and then we do torches in the same way, so alternating so they aim into the next one. And then we don't need one here because it wouldn't be powering anything. So then to set all this off at the right time, we have some circuit below. So below this torch tower we just built, we do a block below with a torch on it. So that'll turn the bottom one off and flip the entire thing. And then behind that, we've got a block and another block behind it. And then we have a repeater on its default aiming into that with the redstone dust. So to get the other torch tower, we actually place a target block next to this redstone dust. And from this, we have a torch on the left side, so the front, and then a block above that torch and a torch on the other side of that block, aiming into this torch tower here to power it. So the back torch tower here powers the back pistons, and we need those to go off after the front pistons, because then they can pull them back to there. But the first time we need to flip it the other way around, because we need these to go off first to stop these ones getting powered here, which would stop them being pushed by these ones. So what happens is, when you turn it on, this tower goes off, and then this tower, but then we need to delay this tower turning off to turn the pistons off. So we do a redstone torch coming out of this tower on the left side. And then from that torch, we do a repeater on its default aiming into this torch tower. And that'll just delay it turning off for a bit, which means that the pistons will all get pulled back out as supposed to. And then the observers do the final extension that's needed. So to get power to these bottom pistons, again, there's lots of ways you can do it. So the simplest one would probably be do your blocks going down here under the floor. So connect your redstone up to the one next to the target block. And then you could just do blocks with repeaters. And if you wanted a bit less delay, you could use target blocks, and that would also power all of them. So I'll actually use repeaters this time, why not? And then you just have to mirror what we've done on the left side, on the right side. So fun. So the first thing you do is you go across like this with redstone, then you'd have a block going across with a repeater, target block next to that, and that has a torch going out that way, then one going out this way, and then a torch tower like this. And we'll do it up to the height of this piston. So we put our torches on everything, so right, left, etc. up to the top. And we need one there to power these pistons. And then for the front pistons, we have our torches down like that. And we don't need one here because that wouldn't power anything. Then out the back, we have our observers on the torches like that. So facing us, then facing the wall. And those go into blocks with redstone like that. So they should be aiming at redstone, not a block. And we actually need one here to power the top piston, like so. Talking of top pistons, to power the pistons at the very top of the door, we just need to go to one of the sides and grab the signal. So like from this torch here, I can just go across like that with redstone. And then to power the other one, I'll just do some target blocks. And there you go. If we go to the front of the door now, and we power this redstone, so your wall in front of your door would be like this. So your floor's there, and then more wall. Might have helped if I'd done this a different colour, but oh well. So like that. So one thing you can do is this block to the left of the floor. So I guess I'll use orange for the floor. Why not? We've got a lever, and that's because we can hook it up below to the redstone stuff down here. And there you go. If I flick it now. So this top one went a bit funky. We'll have to see what happened there. Oh, I forgot to do the torch tower at the back on this one, yeah. So we need this repeater aiming into a block with the torch. Then the torch out the side with a repeater under the observer, aiming at the other torch tower to delay it. And then we just alternate the torches like this. So should be blocks next to the redstone. Whoops. And if we go to the bottom, we torch, torch off, torch off. ETC up to the top. Okay, now if we go back to the front, just fill in the floor so I can see it a bit better. Turn it off. And we have our infinite, in quotes, 4-wide vault door. Alright, I've been Nighted. Thanks for watching.